Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to y'all as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2002 basketball-themed family comedy Like Mike, originally released by Fox in association with NBA Entertainment, directed by John Schultz, starring rapper Bow Wow, when he was Lil Bow Wow at the time, in his first leading roles, because of course a few months before this, that same year, he had a cameo in the film All About the Benjamins. He, along with Morris Chesnutt, Johnathan Lipnicki, who appeared in Stuart Little 2 that same year, Robert Forrester, Crispin Glover, and Eugene Levy star in this film, which follows an orphan boy who gets basketball talents, a big surprise, after finding a pair of Michael Jordan's shoes. Now, it's been some time since I last saw this movie, but I do remember this, but I'm just going to go ahead and give you this story, so I hope you're ready for this. Anyway, Bow Wow plays Calvin Cambridge, an orphan boy. He, along with his two best friends, Murph, that's Johnathan Lipnicki, and Reg, who is played by Brenda the Song. Yes, you heard me correctly. That's, of course, a girl who would achieve fame as London on Disney Channel's The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody later on, as well as its spin-off The Sweet Life on Deck. But she also did some other Disney Channel's flicks, too. Like, I know one of them was Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior. Never saw it, though, but I've heard of it, though. Okay, enough said. Anyway, Murph is the youngest of this here trio, and they have a very close bond with Calvin. At night, they all have to sell chocolate for the awkward orphanage director, Stan Billman. That's Crispin Glover's character. Now, after each home game on the NBA team, known as the Los Angeles Knights. So, soon, Calvin meets the coach of the team. Let me see. Yeah, Coach Wagner. That's Robert Forster's character. He's impressed by Calvin's knowledge of basketball and honesty about the chocolates, and offers Calvin tickets for the next game, which he accepts. Well, inside a thrift store donation box, Calvin finds a pair of old sneakers with the initials MJ written on them, believing they were worn by Michael Jordan. Well, not kind of surprising, not much to the nun there, Sister Teresa, played by Ann Mira. But anyway, Calvin's sneakers are taken by the bully at the orphanage, Ox, who throws them onto an overhead power line. When Calvin tries to retrieve them that night during a rainstorm, he is shocked by a lightning bolt. So, the next day, Calvin and his friends attend the basketball game between the Knights and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, after the second quarter ends, the team star player Tracy Reynolds, that's Morris Chesnutt, prepares for a halftime contest. Calvin's ticket number is called, and he goes one-on-one with Tracy. He ends the contest with a dunk after bouncing the ball off the backboard. Reg and the crowd give Calvin a standing ovation, and Calvin is signed to a one-day contract by the Knights. And Calvin prepares for his first game with the Knights, but realizes that he is not there to play. Boy, yeah, apparently since Tracy's not too thrilled with him being beaten by a youngster. So, when the Knights get ready to play the San Antonio Spurs, they start losing badly, and Coach Wagner decides to let Calvin play in the fourth quarter. Calvin leads a comeback against the Spurs, and they win. Thanks to the help of the old shoes with what he believes is Michael Jordan's initials, which leads Calvin getting a season contract. So Coach Wagner, along with let me find this. Frank Bernard, that's Eugene Levy's character, decided to talk with Mr. Billman about this and what have you. Before this here bit. So it goes on. The fun really begins. Well, though Calvin actually is really happy with being with Tracy, but he's not quite getting along with him much. Even after he goes on a date, and Calvin, now staying at the hotel all by himself, calls room service. Oh man, he orders a lot of stuff. So, yeah, but soon, manages to start respecting Calvin after he gets himself into trouble when making sure that Tracy didn't miss his curfew. So, meanwhile, Billman signs a contract with the team that all of Calvin's money will go to him until Calvin is 18 or adopted. So, well, Calvin's wishing that he would be with a pretty big family, like the family on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he soon meets, a family that might be interested in taking him, the Boyds, who are played by Reginald VelJohnson. You may know him from TV's Family Matters, and his wife, played by Valerie Pettiford, who that same year would play Big Dee Dee on TV's Half and Half. So anyway, what's more is Calvin comes to visit Tracy, and soon he gets to introduce Murph to him and what have you. So they soon get into some real fun, and Calvin soon believes he may have found an even better dad before he meets the Boyds. So after that, he manages to get with the Boyds, and so he gets ready to go with them and make sure Murph keeps an eye on the shoes. However, when the second option is about to become true for Calvin, Billman grows desperate and steals Calvin's shoes and bets $100,000 against the Knights. Yeah. So apparently they are about to get ready for the next game, but apparently Murph gets in touch with Calvin, telling him that Billman took the shoes and what have you. Calvin realized he forgot all about him because he thought he had him in his tote bag, so he manages to try to take a break from joining the Knights and get him back. So they head off. He heads back to the orphanage and joins them. But Ox gets in the way, but he's trying to convince him and his cohorts that Billman is being selfish and what have you. Yeah. But soon they manage to get Billman tied to a chair. And boy, once Calvin convinces Ox about Billman being selfish, and he calls him an idiot. Yeah, Ox is like, I'm not an idiot. Because I'm not tied to a chair, am I? And he's like, if I was an idiot, I wouldn't remember the combination to your safe, would I? So he manages to get them, and off they head to their scooters. But however, Billman calls up, the guys he made a bet with, and sends the guy's goons after him in a failed attempt to retrieve the shoes. They managed to make an escape from the goons, and Calvin stops it. But just before he makes a move to rejoin the Knights, Billman's right there. Your game is over. But then Calvin gets a look on his face and fires up his scooter and lets it fly right away, knocking Billman out. And goes, my game is just beginning. And then joins them. So he makes it to the arena with the shoes. And before I go on, you got 5 seconds to stop the video and go to the description box. Advance to the time to avoid hearing the rest of this movie's ending. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. So, once the third quarter ends, with Vince Carter and the Toronto Raptors rallying the Knights 80-59, in the fourth quarter of the last regular season game, Calvin is put into the game by the coach and the Knights start to make a comeback. But after a pile-on towards the end of the game, Calvin's shoes are ruined, with the Knights down by 1 point. Without the shoes and wanting to be a normal child, Calvin tells the team that this will be his last game. So he gets into the game by using the actual team shoes in his final play. Calvin manages to pump fake to get Vince to jump and pass the ball to Tracy. And Tracy makes the game-winning shot to clinch the Knights their first playoff appearance. And, well, everything goes just fine. After going back to the orphanage, after he turns down the boys, he just doesn't come back to them. So he comes back, and, well, the team helped out with fixing up the team. And, well, nobody knows what happened to Billman after that. But anyway, soon, Tracy comes along and realizes that after Calvin had surprisingly brought him back with his dad and what have you, because Tracy wasn't too thrilled to see his dad first, but soon later on he reconciles with him in one scene, and, well, he realized he really wanted to be a father figure. So Calvin accepted, and, well, he said it was a twofer, so he wanted Murph to come along. And so that's exactly what happened. And they got someone from Reg who got adopted by a different family. But they still stay in touch. But anyway, the reason why Billman is missing, I see, because he doesn't have enough money to pay the bet. And the orphanage is now sponsored by the Knights themselves. Yeah, end of story. Now then, what did I think of Like Mike? Well, I gotta say, I love this movie. It might have a few misses and what have you, but I feel it's got more ups than downs, though. I think this is a very good movie. Would I recommend it? Sure, go ahead. I mean, if you like some of these basketball teams, or if you remember Bow Wow as Lil Bow Wow, because a couple years before this, he had hit with the song Bounce With Me from his debut album Beware of Dog, and also from the movie Big Mama's House. Look for a review of that this May. I thought I'd give you an early heads up. But anyway, I think, like Mike, it may have gotten some mixed reception, but nonetheless, it had some good stuff on there. Its soundtrack's pretty good, too. I most notably know it by the song Basketball, which, of course, Bow Wow does. It's a remake of an old song. So that's pretty cool. I think you're going to love this. If you really want to see a kid in action, check out Like Mike. Now, 4 years later, there will be a direct-to-video sequel, a standalone sequel, actually, starring Jesse Washington, who played Trent in Big Mama's House, and Big Mama's House 2, which came out the same year that did. and it was on Street Ball, but I never saw it because I didn't think it was gonna be as. I didn't think it would be as good as this movie. Like I said, give Like Mike a try. I think you might enjoy it. But anyway, that's all I'm going to tell you. So, I do hope you enjoyed my review of Like Mike. What did you think of Like Mike? Please feel free to tell me in the comments section. Like and subscribe to my channel and be a part of the Big D Nation. Now, I don't know what I'll be reviewing next, but later on this week, get ready, because on Tuesday, get ready for my 1 year anniversary video. 1 year, that would be 1 year ago. This week, I had done my first ever video for YouTube, my introduction. So I do hope you all look forward to that. If I have something coming out tomorrow, be ready for it. But if I don't, be cool and all. And try and stay healthy too. Wash your hands real good. I'm sorry I had to scratch my nose and what have you. Don't worry, I'll be washing my hands though. Because believe me, I don't want the you-know-what to... Well, you get the point, okay? Thanks. Just try and stay healthy, y'all. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Now, if you liked what you saw, you can check out my reviews for these other Fox movies. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the 1982 movie Six Pack with the late, great Kenny Rogers in it, where he plays a race car driver, making a comeback with the help of young Diane Lane and her 5 brothers. In the upper right-hand corner is my recent review of Aquamarine, another underrated Fox movie with Emma Roberts, Jojo Levesque, and Sarah Paxton in the title role. A great movie about a mermaid. Love it. And if you want more of, well, young Johnathan Lipnicki, go to the bottom left-hand corner for my back-to-back review of Stuart Little and Stuart Little 2, which I did earlier this year. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe to my channel for more with more of the Big D. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.